a moment to just connect with our sit bones on the earth. Grounding through the base of the pelvis into the ground. Taking a moment to just find that comfort first on the earth. You may like to close your eyes, so just bring your gaze down. Starting to close outside of the world and coming into the present of the body. Maybe there's some adjustments you need to do to feel your shoulders away from your head, to reach your head away from your hips up towards the sky, lengthening. And finding just a bit of ease in the sitting position. Ease through your breath. Ease through your thoughts. And just feeling into the breath. How is the breath flowing right this minute? Coming in through the nostrils, traveling down through the chest, maybe through the belly, into the hips and the pelvis, and we exhaling from the bottom of the spine up and out through the nostrils. Do a practice today, just inviting a bit of the heat inside. So we're going to work with our solar plexus area, create a bit of strength through the core muscles, the center that holds us upright, and just bringing that attention to this place in the center of power. It's just above the navel, and you just gently place a hand here, and maybe the other hand on top, just to bring a little bit of intention and attention to that place. You can really feel on the inhale, you're breathing into your hands. You can feel the muscles gently contracting as you exhale. Beautiful. We're going to start connecting this breath and hand movement. You can keep your eyes closed if it feels right. On the next inhale, the top that is on the hand that is on top is going to open out. And on the exhale, coming back in. Just guide it with the breath. Inhaling, opening the hand as far as it will go. Just for now, keeping that torso straight. On the exhale, coming back. On the next exhale, we swap hands. Just place that one on the body. And we'll stay the inhale and opening on the other side. Third exhale on this side, we swap again, and this time we're going to follow the hand with our body. So as we inhale, we start twisting gently, and the exhale coming center. Maybe your head and your gaze want to follow that hand. As you inhale, you twist gently to the side and back. Last one on that side. And we swap. We work on the other side. Just really feel how where the twist is coming from in your spine. How the muscles are working on that core, that center. And you finish your exhale, we come back. Placing both hands here for another breath. Good. You're going to start connecting with some wider movements. On the next inhale, going to reach the arms up, lengthening the spine to the sky. In an exhale, coming back through the middle line. Let's go one more. Beautiful. We can start flowing a little bit through on the next exhale to fold forward towards the floor. Let's just arrive, hands on the floor, softening the chest and the head down. We'll take the inhale to lengthen the spine. I'm going to start walking the hands towards one side. I'm going to start that exhale in the belly and slowly start folding chest towards the leg, softening towards the floor. Keep the hips grounded. Taking a breath. And we swap. On the inhale, we lengthen again. We walk to the other side all the way. Ground the hands and exhale, fold towards this leg. And then slowly, you're going to come back to the middle. And I'm going to change your position and coming onto all fours. Hands and knees. If your floor is hard, you may need a blanket underneath your knees. You're going to stay, just take a few breaths to feel into your hips and your body. Maybe you need to round. Just feel into your hips for a moment. You can go side to side. You can arch and round. Starting to awaken the spine slowly, like swaying the hips from one side to the other. And that connection with the legs into the hips. And let's just do a few arching on the inhale, opening the throat, rounding on the exhale, tucking the chin in, pushing the shoulder blades away and up. Beautiful. I'm going to exhale and just coming into sitting up into heels. Nice and straight through the spine. You're going to start flowing a little bit of space through the shoulders back, lengthening up from the head. And let's take an inhale breath, reaching up with the hands. You're going to take the exhale and twist to one side. You can gently bring the arms down and go the other side. Inhale up, twist in opposite side. Let's go again. There's real movement coming from that solar plexus, one side and the other. On the next exhale, we fold. Hands to earth, hips to the heels. Take the inhale onto all fours. You're going to tap the toes and start lifting the hips up. Finding that length in the spine. Taking a couple of breaths here. Maybe even walking the knees side to side. Head side to side. Lengthening the spine. Head between the arms. Heel heels towards the ground. Keep your knees bent if you need to. And we travel back. Let's drop the knees on the inhale. Sitting back down on the exhale. Reaching to the sky on the inhale breath. Maybe palms, we're going to come together. Exhaling back to sitting position. We'll go back up on the next inhale. Reaching to the sky. This time we're going to open to the side. So bringing the arms to one side on the exhale. Inhale to center and open to the other side. Let's go one more. Exhale to one side. And the other. And folding on the exhale breath. Coming onto all fours on the inhale. Finding toes tucked on the exhale, hips up, lengthening. And coming back on the inhale, all fours. Exhale down to the heels. Inhale up to the sky, palms together. Exhale, drawing down to sitting. Let's move a little bit deeper into back arch. So it's going to take the inhale to reach up. Then we're just going to bring the hands to just where the hips and the pelvis connect with the lower back. So you kind of the palms onto the bones here, the fingers onto the glutes. You're going to roll the shoulders back and start lifting the chest up to the sky. There's a few steps, maybe this is enough for you. Just feeling this opening through the chest, opening through the throat gently. And maybe for some of you, we can start kind of gently pushing the hips forward. So there's a bit more of a back arch, shoulders dropping more, chest lifting, facing the sky. A little bit more for another breath. And on the exhale, we drop down, hips towards the heels. Like skip the hands there for a moment, folding over. Reaching the hands back to the front. We're going to come onto all fours. This time on the inhale, going to start reaching the left leg back. Pushing through the heel away. Going to keep the gaze down at the mat on this one. Going to exhale and bring the knee in towards the chest and round. And just with your breath, really want to encourage that inhale, straight leg, and the exhale, just contracting the belly muscles so then there's room and we really round the knee in, head towards the knee, and inhaling straight. And start creating some space for this hip. So on the next exhale, the knee is going to come to the opposite elbow, so right elbow, circling to the left, opening out, and coming back in on the exhale. So big circles drawing with that knee. Wide and open. Beautiful. Let's do one more. Bringing the knee into the chest. And next inhale, gonna stretch that leg out. And you start lifting the opposite arm forward. So right hand moves forward, left heel drops back. And really moving opposite directions, the hand, the foot. Finding that balance and stability, strength in the core. And on the next exhale, we're going to bend that foot towards the hip. Depends how your body is today. This right arm's going to come back. And just connect. You can maybe connect with the foot, with the ankle. Maybe you can't connect and you just can stay here. If you do connect and you can, gonna start reaching up on the inhale breath. The foot's gonna start lifting up towards the sky. And you can really feel how that right shoulder kind of like wants to turn back. Once your hip up to the sky, then we're gonna start kicking the leg out behind. This is a beautiful, good opening for the shoulders, the spine. Be mindful, no pain. Stay within the limits of your body today. Good heating practice. And we're gonna exhale and release the hand. Gonna lift the toes out to the floor and stretch that left leg. I'm gonna bring the weight down towards that heel. We're opening the back of the left leg. On the inhale, gently coming with the shoulders forward towards the wrist, onto the tip of the toe. On the exhale, stretching back, heel towards the ground. Let's do one more. I'm going to find a ways to a half moon pose. So that right leg is going to turn back behind, 90 degrees. We're going to flatten the left foot on the ground. So we have 3 points on the earth. And we're going to start going through circles. So the left hand, going to gently start seating the hips down. The left hand's going to circle up as we lift the hips with the arm. And as we exhale, rounding the arm forward, we're sitting gently down to the earth. You can guide, follow that hand with your head, with your eyes. Circling up to the sky and exhaling down to the earth. On the next full inhale, top of the breath, you may want to stay here with your arm in line with the shoulder, keeping your gaze at the sky. Maybe this arm would like to come to the lower back, your shoulders a little bit sensitive. Or if you want a little extra stretch, you can bring the arm overhead, palm facing down towards the earth. And if you do this one, you really want to get those fingers really active and pull through the skin, all the fascia moving and opening. Good. Let's take one more breath. And on the exhale, we close. We circle that hand down to earth, coming back onto all fours. Sitting on the heels, going to come through our vinyasa, taking the inhale, coming onto reaching up to the sky, standing on the knees, maybe looking at the hands, gentle arch, and we exhale and sit down onto the heels. And move on to the other side. Inhale, reaching to the sky. Exhale, fold. On the next breath, we're going to start reaching the right foot back, pushing through the heel, opening, gaze down at the mat. We're going to exhale, knee to chest and rounding in, rounding the head. With your breath, let's do 2 more. Straight leg out, round spine in. On your next exhale breath, you're going to start circling that knee. So the right knee is going to come through the left elbow first, and then the right. And inhaling, opening wide circle. Exhale, closing circle. Beautiful. Last one. And we're coming into the exhale onto the chest, rounding in for a breath here. And then we're slowly going to start lifting that foot up towards the hip on the inhale. We're gonna lift we're gonna stretch it out first and lift the left arm. So we're going opposite directions. Left hand forward, right foot hits back. Finding that balance. Strong through the core, focus through your mind. And exhaling, we're going to bend the knee here. Bring that left arm back. And connect where you can reach. Could be this hand feels different, this arm, this leg. Let's roll the shoulder gently back so we're open through that left chest. And we'll start the inhale to kick the foot up to the sky. And the exhale, start opening so the foot kicks back behind. Open through the chest. Beautiful. Let's exhale, release that hand down. And let's put the toes on the floor, opening the back of the leg. So the heel turns down towards the floor. Let's take a few inhaling, coming forward, shoulders towards the wrists, exhaling, heel towards the floor. I'm going to move to open onto this side. So you're going to shift the left leg back, dropping the right foot on the ground, keeping the left hand out, and we're going to circle through the right arm. On the inhale, we reach to the sky. On the exhale, we round down. Rounding, inhaling, opening. Exhaling, grounding. Beautiful. Next, inhale, top the inhale breath, reaching to the sky, grounding, feeling that solidity on the base. You can stay here, you can bend the elbow, pop the hand onto your lower back, or you can go overhead, palm facing down, active through the fingers, opening. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath. And on the exhale, we close. Hands to earth. All fours. Round the spine. We're going to sit down into the heels. Standing onto the knees on the next inhale breath. Palms together back to sitting. You're going to take a moment here to just release your wrists if you feel like they have been working hard already. We need a bit more of wrist work today, so just feeling to giving some energy, circling one way, circling the other, keeping that beautiful alignment in the spine, in the head. Good. We're gonna get a little bit higher. We're going to take the inhale to reach onto our knees, reaching with the hands. See if we can go a little bit into our hands into the hips again, rolling the shoulders back. It could be that there's a bit more space for the spine. We're going to go and try what it feels right for you. Start lifting the chest to the sky, opening the chest, opening the throat. And just take gently, little push with the hands, the hips forward. You're going to leave the right hand where it is. We're going to take the inhale breath. The left hand is going to come from the front, up and back. As far as you go. And we exhale and come back. When you come back, you can release the hip back in line with the knees. We'll go again. We inhale, start pushing the hips forward, the arm up. getting onto that core muscle. Last one on the left. Inhaling, opening the hand back, hips moving forward. And exhale, neutral spine. We change hands. We're going to pop that left hand here. We're going to start on the inhale, reaching the right arm up, opening the hip. And exhaling, neutral spine, hip in line with the knees. Just be mindful, go as far as your body is okay with. Inhale, open. Great. Last one. This time as you exhale, sitting the hips back down to the heels. You can place the hands here for a moment. Give some warmth to the lower back. Soften to the earth. We're going to find our ways to go a little bit higher in our vinyasa, popping the hands into the ground. Going to come into all fours and find our ways to downward dogs, tucking the toes and lifting up. Just taking a couple of breaths here. What feels right for you to ground into the downward dog? Maybe using a bit of knees, moving the hips. Could be stillness. Recover the breath. Alright, I'm going to get a bit stronger here. Going to start with the left leg reaching up on the inhale breath. And I'm going to come onto the toes of the right foot. On the exhale breath, we're going to start lowering the right heel on the ground. The left leg still up. So it's just moving toes on the inhale, heel down on the exhale. Right, last one. Gonna curl that left knee and pop that foot in between the hands. Gonna keep the back heel up. So we're in a bit of a balance. You may want to come a bit wider to find a bit more steady in your feet. I'm gonna come through the left knee. I'm gonna start the inhale breath, reaching the arms up. On the exhale, we're gonna just bend both knees and reach the arms down. Inhaling in, rising. Exhaling, lounging down, both knees. Great, last one. We inhale and reach up. We're gonna allow the back heel to drop. So we're gonna find our warrior two with wide arms. Take a moment to settle into your feet, into your shoulders, into your warrior two. Great. Gonna inhale, lift that back heel back again, coming to the front. Gonna exhale and twist to the other side. So the heel's gonna stay up. You're gonna bend. You're gonna inhale, reaching up. You're gonna exhale and ground to the right. Great. Inhale up to the front. Back heel up. Exhale, twist to the left. Soften the knees. Inhale to the front. Exhale, ground to the right. Good. Gonna go on the other side. Inhaling to the front. Gonna fold. Hands to the earth. Finding our ways to meet. Downward dog at the back. Gonna swap. Let's start the inhale, right leg comes up to the sky. And I'm gonna come onto the left toes on the inhale. Heel of the left foot on the exhale to the floor. Moving, little pulsing up and down. One more. And we bend that right knee, popping the foot in between the hands. Coming to a strong, solid ground on that foot. Maybe wide the legs if you need to. Hands onto the left, right knee. And on the inhale, we reach up, stretching the legs, stretching the hands, arms. Exhale, sit. Both knees bending down towards the floor. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale to the ground. Great. On the next exhale, going to find a warrior two. So dropping the back heel, wide arms. Taking a moment to find that stability, really solid through our core. We're gonna flow. Gonna inhale, coming to face the center, lifting the back heel. Gonna exhale and twist to the right, bending through the knees there. Inhale, reaching to the center. Exhale, grounding to the left. With your breath, inhale center, exhale right. Twist and bend. There's a bit of a flow with the hands as well. Really watery. Beautiful. Last one. We ground into the left. A warrior two. Now find our ways to the floor. Inhaling to the front. Gonna exhale and fold. Hands to the ground. Feet at the back. Finding downward dog for a breath. I'm gonna transition onto the floor. You could come through a strong plank, or you maybe choose to drop the knees and lower your body slowly for a little break. You may want to bring the arms in front of you, pranam to the earth, grounding down the head, softening through the body. Recovering the breath, you're going to bring the hands on the shoulders, taking the inhale to lift into Cobra. Head and chest off the ground. And tucking the toes, gonna find our ways back to hips up. And move to the left side again. Inhaling, lifting the left leg. Popping that foot in between the hands. Reaching to the sky and the inhale breath. Gonna exhale and ground to warrior two, facing the right side. Alright. Right hand's going to connect with the back of the right leg. Taking the inhale to lift the left hand. Lift to the sky. We exhale and tip back. Going to connect the left elbow to the left leg. Going to inhale the right arm to the sky. We're going to exhale and circle that hand down towards the floor, at the front. Going to inhale and circling back. What we were doing earlier. Exhale, rounding. You may want to follow the movement with your head. When you top of the inhale, you may want to stay here. Arms straight to the sky. You may want to bend the elbow, popping on the lower back. Or arm overhead, palm turning down, pushing through the fingers. Good. Last breath here. I'm going to tip back on the inhale breath. Exhaling to warrior two, wide arms. Take a breath here. Gonna go a little bit deeper. You may choose to stay just as we just did, or we can go a little bit lower onto the ground. So let's see what happens with your body today. We take the inhale again, tipping back. Now this time on the exhale breath, this hand maybe walks all the way down to meet the left foot on the floor. Maybe that's too much for your body and you want to stay on the left. If you reach the floor, you can stay here with a hand, the opposite arm to the sky, lower back or overhead. If it feels right, keep your breath flowing. Good and strong through those core muscles. Getting the fire of the sun inside our bodies for one more breath. This time on the exhale, we're going to circle that arm down to come to the ground. So both hands on the inside of the left foot. You're going to start lifting the back heel and finding that knee down. So right knee on the ground, hands at the front. You're going to give a few circles for that left hip to open. The left foot may want to be a little bit wider on the mat. Depends how open your hips are today. You can gently move from side to side or circle around. I'm going to move into a twist to finish this off, this side. So let's bring that right hand under the shoulder. The left foot's going to come a little bit more in. The left hand's going to connect with the left knee. I'm going to use that hand to help us go around. I'm going to take the inhale breath, and with this left hand we're going to push the chest around. So the belly's on the inside of the left thigh. You're going to exhale and face the floor again. With your breath, inhale, twist. Exhale, soften. Let's do the last one. And you can stay here. You may want to release that left arm and lift up to the sky. So we have this opening happening up. Beautiful. Last breath on the twist. You're going to exhale and close. You're going to pop the hands on the ground. You're going to come knees in together. You're going to round and tuck into child's pose for a breath. And we're going to move through the other side. When you're ready, you're going to meet up into downward dog. So coming into hands and knees, tucking the toes, and lifting. I'm going to move through a twist on this side. Lifting the right leg up on the inhale. Bending the knee, popping that foot in between the hands. Reaching up to the sky on the inhale breath. Lowering the heel onto warrior two, wide arms, shoulders relaxed and away from the head. Good. We're going to open back, left hand, left thigh. We inhale and reach to the sky with the right arm. We exhale and start tipping back, opening through the right. You're going to pop that right elbow onto the right thigh, left hand to the sky, inhale, exhale, circle down to the floor. You can follow the circle with our head, inhale, opening back and up, exhale, around. Finding that rhythm in your own breath to guide the movement. Reaching top of the crest on the inhale. You may want to stay with a hand in line with shoulder. You may want to pop the hand onto the lower back or come overhead. If you do come overhead, we want active fingers to open through the fascia. Beautiful. We're going to turn back on the inhale, coming back. On the exhale, finding warrior two. Grounding. Taking a moment here. We're going to go either staying in that same position or going a little bit lower onto the floor. When you're ready, we inhale and tip back. This time on the exhale, option to come with our right hand all the way to meet the right foot on the ground and the left hand in line with your shoulder. Maybe that top arm needs to be on the lower back, maybe it needs to be overhead. We really want to keep that chest open. Breathing into the pose. Beautiful. On the exhale, circle that arm forward, drop it down on the floor. Both hands on the inside of the foot. We lift the back heel. We feet space, drop the back knee. And we circle through this hip. Feel what feels right for your foot. Maybe if you have open hips, you can bring your foot a little bit wider out. Maybe want to side to side, maybe circles. I'm going to find a twist on this side. So we're going to leave the left hand under the left shoulder. You can slowly bring that right foot in a bit closer. Connect the right hand onto the right knee. Going to work with a twist. So in the inhale breath, use that hand, twisting the chest, looking to the right. Exhale, release. With the breath, inhale, twisting, belly on the inside of the thigh. Exhale, untwisting. Last breath here. We're going to stay and hold it for a couple of breaths. Do what you need to do with that right hand. You can stay on the knee. You can lift up to the sky. So have an open chest. Belly contracted on the inside of the muscle of the leg. Beautiful. One last breath here. Last one. Exhale and close in. Let's bring the hip back. Bring the knees in. And just finding child's pose. It could be that it feels comfortable to bring the knees a little bit wider this time. If you have a cushion, you may want to pop a cushion under your head. Or if you have a big bolster, you're going to put it across and lay fully on the bolster. You can do that. You're just going to find what child's pose is comfortable for you. Wide knees is really good to give those hips that extra space we've been creating in the practice. Whatever position you choose, full awareness and softness through your body, through your breath. within the next couple of breaths, we're going to find our ways to lay down on the mat. Just popping the lower back really snug on the ground. You may even want to lift your hips and lower the lower back and dropping the shoulders to the ground. You may want to place the hands into the center of power while you lay here, one hand on top of the other. Beautiful. Gonna do one last twist from here. So it's just keeping the knees bent. Gonna bring the feet together, knees together. You can keep your hands on your belly if that feels right, or arms out, doesn't really matter. We're gonna take the inhale breath to lift both feet off the ground. And on the exhale breath, we're gonna drop both knees towards the left side. And once you arrive at your knees on the ground, you may need to adjust so your right shoulder's grounded. We really want to keep that shoulder down. If you're not feeling it, maybe the knees need to come closer to your legs. If you're feeling it too much, maybe you need to go further away from your arms. Just find that place. And if your head wants to give it a try for the twist, you can gently lift your head and turn and look the opposite direction, so looking to the right side. And as you lay in this twisting place, just taking every exhale to find a bit more softening towards the floor, softening of your muscles. Make sure there's no tension, there's no shaking. Taking the last breath on this side. And find our ways back to center. Moving the head center first if you moved it. And then slowly lifting the knees, connecting the spine back to the ground. You can gently hug the knees in to give a sense of center again. And then we're going to move through the other side. Popping the knees in line with the hips. Or if your body knows that they need to be in a different place, you can adjust that. Shoulders grounded. On the exhale, we're going to drop the knees to the right side. As you arrive, soften the shoulders, soften the body. Adjust if you need to, feel the twist more or less. And if the neck likes the release, you can lift the head and turn to look over your left side. slowly coming back in, head first if you moved it, and then slowly connecting spine to the ground, knees in towards the chest, and let's give a bit of a shake side to side, massaging the spine, rocking. Maybe both knees want to move together as you circle around. You really feel the pelvis being massaged as you move around one direction and the other. Maybe knees want to go from side to side, rocking in the lower back. I'm going to find a ways to one last release and movement and Apanasana, and finding again that beautiful long breath. So it's just connecting the knees in, the palms, just placed around the knees. Cuddling the knees close to the body. I'm going to take the inhale breath and allow the knees to move away from the body, just as far as arms reach. As you exhale, the belly out of breath, the knees come back towards the chest. We're going to move with that awareness of every breath guiding the movement, very slowly and mindfully. Beautiful. Taking the last one in and the last one out. And you have an opportunity to check in with your body and see if there's any other movement that needs to happen before we go into a little Shavasana practice to finish into a space of just a little meditation and integration practice. Music for you today because the birds are singing. So just invite you to take a moment when you are ready to ground into the body. Maybe some of you like to, instead of laying down, just be sitting up in like a meditative space. That is also always welcome. But you may want to just take this opportunity to ease into the floor, into the ground. Finding stillness. Just taking that deep inhale breath to feel your body expand out. And exhaling, softening into the ground. Either sitting or laying, just feeling that connection with the earth. Gently bring your awareness to this center of power, this Manipura Chakra, which is the center of our will, the center of our power of action. And you can imagine a sun like the sun that is shining out today. awaken and expand it through the practice to give us strength. And from this sun in the Manipura Chakra, you may feel with every breath that it likes to just grow away from the place and start expanding through the body. And some of you are actually under the sun right now. And if you're indoors, you may just feel how the sun outside and is feeding the sun inside. just at your own pace and your own rhythm, invite your body back to the space, back to the awareness of being on the mat, maybe gently creating some movement to awaken back into space. And at your own pace, you're going to find a ways to sitting together in a gentle, comfortable position. Maybe you'd like to place your hands, your fingertips together, the edges of your palms, and keeping some space in between the hands. Place them just in front of your heart center. Let's just share with you a Gayatri mantra. Gayatri is honoring the light of the morning sun and asking that Gayatri, in the form of the goddess, to illumine our own hearts and bring that light forth like the morning sun brings in the light for the day. Space, there is an opportunity for you to just place some gratitude or a prayer or what feels right after the practice into this gesture, honoring your heart and for having come to practice this morning. From your own house, let's just share an Om together. So let's take an exhale breath out, and then inhaling